Wales, Spain. Spain, well, they won the Sevens in Manchester and they beat England at Bury, so Wales know they got their work cut out. There's some very useful players across this Wales starting line-up, aren't there?
Yeah, keep an eye out for Christian Phillips, Rhys Shellard as well, and Alex Cuthbert, great runners. A lot of experience here. They played so well in Adelaide and picked up a bit of silverware there as well.
Spain do need to be respected. They will fancy it. Looking to get themselves a decent run then, and a good start. In this competition, it just gets bigger and bigger. Ease of Australia starts this one. So Samoa, Australia, South Africa, Fiji and New Zealand off and running. Wales looking to get all their men with their hands on the ball. Spain 3-on-3 at the moment. Going to nibble that one through. Good block and kicks up nicely for Phillips. Phillips is going to get the first try. Well blocked, nicely picked up. It's going to be 5-0. And they're going to look to add 2 right off the back of it.
Well, if you're going to deliver a kick, Spain, you've got to make sure it goes in behind the defence. But Christian Phillips, this guy first appeared on the scene in this Welsh squad in the Hong Kong tournament, played well in Adelaide as well, gets the fortuitous bounce, the flying machine away, and it's a great feeling just to stretch the legs, to get that first lung buster out the way.
Concentration, sees the flag raise and up to 7-0. So thanks to Christian Phillips doing the business there. England just warming up, looking to start their campaign. They of course got to win this competition, trying to chase down New Zealand to win this title in front of what we all hope is over 100,000 people over 2 days. It gets bigger and bigger, this form of the game. Spain playing with real wit. Blanco is tracking and now having to rock that ball out. The ball squirts out. Wales have done well. Pugh really gets his hands on it. The skills under pressure, maybe letting Spain down there.
And Spain just got to use the ball well here. Blanco just feeding onto the wide outside. Martin
quite happy to take the tackle. The referee giving the penalty to Spain. It's going to be interesting to see how the ruck is whistled, particularly with, say, Stefan Armitage, who's coming in. Ben Rahn was pretty excited about Stefan Armitage coming in, saying how crucial he's going to be in terms of trying to create those turnovers at the breakdown. Spain, though, nearly through. Martin looking for support, couldn't quite get it out. Blanco all the way over on this near side. He'd love a one-on-one. It might just come now. He's got the wit.
Red release!
Ignacio Martin looking to cross the line himself.
10! Don't play the half, mate. Very slow ball.
Wales ready to realign.
Well, Spain had plenty of chance earlier on. Just a little bit off the ball there, but plenty of chance to get a 2-on-1. But Ignacio Martin decided to go himself. He had a man outside him. But Wales just tested under pressure. When you don't have possession, you're going to do it. And imagine England just going through their paces next up against the United States. And Ryan so desperate for a win here at Twickenham on the home turf.
Spain desperate for their first try, and Wales getting across quickly. It's been quite a tussle between England and New Zealand as the tournaments across the world have progressed.
Yeah, New Zealand have just sort of edged England in terms of their overall performance. Of course, leading the standings, Ben Ryan, one of the great thinkers of the sevens game, and I love reading his articles in the Rugby Times about his preparation. He really thinks the game at all levels, both in terms of preparation, the warm-up, and then the execution of the skill.
Difficult for Wales to get themselves out of this corner, and they have to take the sanctuary of the touchline. So pressure being applied by Spain. We'll take a quick one. The referee's not having it.
And Spain just putting Wales under so much pressure, aren't they? But it's a scrappy tie, and they're competing well at the breakdown.
Spain then continue to go hard. Nice pass to Pedro Martin. Does the business, good finishing, and Spain are on the score sheet now.
Pedro Martin again, the individual skill. Look at the way Spain stretched the ball, and Alex Cuthbert just stood up, tries to cover the flank. What you need within your defensive alignment is actually to be inside your man, so you push him towards the touchline. So Cuthbert on that occasion, he's no slouch, is Alex Cuthbert, but great bit of individual skill from Pedro Martin. In off his right foot, stretched the defender towards the touchline, stepped inside. Any youngster watching, it's a good skill to practice.
So Spain useful on the 7th circuit. Very useful. That is the freebie that Wales will be very happy to take advantage of. These close skills are key, and they're really emphasising sevens, aren't they, Scotty?
Oh, very much so. Again, I've talked today about the magnifying glass. Oh, great show and go from Wales, gets the support.
Great support as well. Nicely taken, Shellard on hand. Thank you very much, and that's Wales' second try, taking it up to 12 with a conversion to come.
And we're just talking about the skills, the awareness, just to tap and go. Rhys Shellard finishes off the movement, and it's you take the opposition on the hop in terms of their alertness. They made the mistake, the tap and go. That opens the defence, but also more importantly, it's the support role of Shellard who goes in under the post. Well, a little bit wide of the post.
Cleanly struck, and a useful first half in the end for Wales. 14-5 up against Spain, and they'll know the threat of Spain. As we know, there's so much left, even though just 7 minutes to play in this match.
Yeah, boys, you were out the ball end for 4 minutes and a half. They were out the ball for 4 minutes, defended really, really well. Just probably giving too much space on our line there.
There's the great Ben Collins delivering a little word of advice. One of the greatest players of all time when it comes to sevens. There we have it, just to emphasise, just about double the number of points anybody else has managed.
One of the great things about sevens is that the crowd can really interact with the warm-up. They can watch everybody go through their paces.
You weren't looking at it going, everyone in the crowd thinks that's great. No, that's good. Good call on the board. I'm happy with that information. Keep it coming.
We've had some cracking tournaments across the world, but talk about England, New Zealand. A few years ago, what was it, a couple, that final?
At the offside line.
Mickey Young going through in extra time. I've had some entertainment.
Well, so many of the ties now decided with the last play of the game we saw earlier on. Fiji dispatched Portugal literally in what you would call overtime to nick the tie. Fiji were down to 6 men, but back to the action here, and Wales will really want to up the ante here. Paul John, listening to him, saying they were giving too much space to the Spaniards that allowed them to try. So Wales, they can turn it on when they want to, but they need that ball, they need that possession.
Picks up nicely, and Lavino does get dragged down, but he was quick onto that one, wasn't he? Peju.
Roll!
Spain then looking to score first in this second half. Playing with patience. Wales cutting back, and Kilnosa just taking the hit. Look at Wales, the way they put some numbers into the breakdown, and Pugh now has a chance with decent footwork as well to create the timing of the pass, which is good. And Cuthbert, he's a big man, will go underneath the post, and Wales have got a good grip on this match now.
Yeah, suddenly Cuthbert is the beneficiary of a pass and gets the try, makes amends for the missed tackle that gave Spain the opportunity to score. But just watching Spain, who were putting Wales under pressure there, it's great that this game has a reach. This abbreviated game into these countries. They are committed. Pugh, who has such experience, Cuthbert on the angle, good running.
Gareth Owens coming on for Christian Phillips for Wales, as it is right in the middle, the perfect position in which to take another 2 points.
Thank you.
So Wales starting strongly. What is a very challenging Pool A: New Zealand, Kenya, Wales and Spain. That's quite a pool, isn't it?
It certainly is. You do fancy New Zealand. If Wales can get in their stride, though, they're a very, very clever team. Paul John, lots of experience within their setup. Ethan Evans, for example, one of the great exponents. This man here, Rhys Shellard.
Driving hard was Owen, who's just recently on, and Groves on hand to dot the ball down. All a little bit easy for Wales now.
Yeah, Jevon Groves, who again played well down in Adelaide in the last tournament. And these are the guys that Paul John has groomed in terms of the experience. You know, amongst them they've got 112 tournaments under the belt in terms of experience. And Rhys Shellard with his 21st appearance, and this man Groves with his 19th appearance on the circuit. So that experience undoubtedly will tell when it comes to the big ties within this group, when they come up against New Zealand.
Knocking on the door of 30 points from Wales's point of view, so an excellent start in this competition, worth re-emphasising, looking to break the 100,000 supporter barrier.
Be careful.
You played a lot of sevens, watched a lot of sevens. Are you surprised at the growth of the game, or it's everything that it deserves?
It's everything it deserves. I just think it's a magnificent grounding, not only for the 15s, but now with the thought of the Olympics in 2016 in Rio de Janeiro. I reckon players are going to make a decision whether they play 7s or 15s. They are going to be specialists, because it needs that concentration, needs the execution, and not only that, it needs the fitness and the speed. Spain, though, playing some gutsy football here.
Keep pushing. That's for 3 minutes to play. Wales, their defensive line has now been broken, and Lavino gets the points for the tenacity of his team.
Good reaction.
Yeah, it was interesting because Pedro Martin, he took the contact, didn't he, which allowed, well, he drew in the men. Richie Pugh with one tackle. As Pugh comes across here, nails his man. Cuthbert got sucked in, and look at the space down that blind side, bang. All because Cuthbert got sucked into that movement. So maybe another error there from Cuthbert that he's going to have to just sharpen up his game. Could have stood off that particular ruck.
Wales will be quite happy with 2 minutes left to play to take their time, save their legs. England trotting back into the changing room. They know it's the tournament in front of their home fans. They need to do the business if they're going to chase down New Zealand.
Knock on.
18 points is a healthy gap. 90 seconds left to play.
Time off.
So are the favourites the obvious for this competition? What are your early calls? 4 or 5 and a long shot.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's New Zealand undoubtedly are, I would suggest, the #1 team to beat. England on the home patch. They've not had to travel across the world to this particular tournament. Ben Ryan's so keen. My outside bet, however, will be South Africa. Cecil Africa, for example, one of their strike runners. They've got Frankie Horn up front. They've got a very good team. Paul True's very confident coming in. But who knows? Fiji may be able to spring a surprise. But great action. This is 2 days of absolute brilliant rugby. So if you're watching, come down and watch tomorrow at Twickenham.
The kick on, but the ball not being kind there to Warren Davis. But it must be exciting for the teams, for the tournament, for the supporters to see the progression of the likes of Russia to make it ever more competitive. So it isn't predictable, and it's not always the teams that we see traditionally at the top of the pile that always win certain matches.
Well, absolutely right. And if you look back to Hong Kong, Russia almost put England out in the quarter-finals. It was literally a last-minute score by England to get them through. And again, there was Portugal about to beat Fiji. A last-minute score from Fiji won the tie. And here's Spain attacking from deep. They've made this tie difficult for Wales at times, but Ethan Evans has the experience to go back on this ball.
Cano's complaining. The referee was on hand, so good fitness there from the referee. So final play. Wales want to get this off, surely. Save the legs. Maybe one more. Good feet, and it's going to be Richie Pugh just trying to go into the corner, which he will successfully do. And a difficult conversion to come. So there's all Wales in this Pool A.
Well, that opens up the lungs for Richie Pugh. What brilliant angles are running though from Pugh to ride the Spanish tackle to go into the corner. Again, one of these experienced players in this Paul Jones squad. The chase on from Matthias Tudila. And Pugh sinks to the ground. Hard work done. Next tie is what's next up.
Gareth Davies will have a shot from the touchline. He's clipped it nicely, but not quite getting the accuracy. So a great opener for Wales, beating Spain comprehensively, 33-10.